Hello guys and welcome to our introduction to JavaScript lesson. In this lesson, we are going to see exactly what is JavaScript, when was JavaScript built, and what you need to learn in JavaScript, and what kind of projects you have to do or you can do with the JavaScript. Let's get started. Uh, First, what is JavaScript? JavaScript, we know JavaScript is a scripting language that allows us to implement features over the internet or on the web page. JavaScript was invented back in 1995 by Brendan H. Then, examples of features that you can create with JavaScript. You can either create interactive maps, online music players, and so on. Exactly, that's what JavaScript is. JavaScript is basically the scripting language for creating or implementing features on the web. JavaScript is understood by the browser instead of the server. But you can create JavaScript that will be understood both by the browser and both uh, by the server. Getting started with the JavaScript, what do you need? Exactly, what do you need? You need to install the runtime environment for JavaScript, that is the Node.js runtime environment. Then Node.js is basically the runtime environment that includes everything that you need to execute or write your JavaScript programs. Then adding, we have after learning all that, we need to know how to exactly start creating our JavaScript files or our JavaScript code. As we saw in CSS, there are several ways of adding or including your CSS in your HTML. The same way or the same concepts still applies when it comes to the JavaScript. You can either create a script tag that is inside the HTML file, or else you can create an external JavaScript file. Then after creating this external JavaScript file, you have to import or to include or to link that JavaScript file with your HTML or inside your HTML. What are you expected to know so that you can be good or you can get started in learning JavaScript? You need to know the JavaScript basics. As we know, everything that you will ever learn in this life, you need the basics. But what basics are these when it comes to JavaScript? We have data types. We shall see all this when it comes to the practical part and when we dive deeper into JavaScript. You also needed to learn the JavaScript variables. How do you do variables? What are variables? We shall see all this. You also need to learn conditional statement. The conditional statement are, for example, the if statement, if else statement, switch statements, and so on. You are also needed to learn JavaScript functions. We shall see what are functions when it comes to the practical or the topic of functions. You are also needed to learn loops. What are loops? What you can do with loops? Different ways of writing these loops. We shall see all that. Then we have the DOM manipulation. What is DOM? An interesting topic. DOM is basically document object model. How you interact with your web page using JavaScript. That's what we call DOM manipulation. How do you want your web page to behave when a certain event occurs in that web page? That's what we call DOM. Then after learning all this, now you are ready to create your project. What kind of projects can you create with JavaScript? You can either write a task management website. That can be, for example, a to-do list. You manage your task, your future task, your done task, your pending tasks. You can also create a e-commerce website. We all know about Amazon, Jumia, Alibaba, Kilimall, and all that. You can also create a messaging platform like Facebook, WhatsApp, and so on, Twitch, uh, Twitter. All those you can also create using JavaScript messaging platforms or social media platforms. You can also create blogging websites or a learning management website where users can come and learn with your content. You can also create a learning platform, for example, that is the PLP and so on. Guys, that's it when it comes to JavaScript. What we shall learn, what JavaScript entails. We all know that, we have known that JavaScript runs on the browser, directly on the browser. Thanks, guys. See you in the next lesson.